Hello, beautiful people, lovers of African football and lovers of football in general. Welcome to another weekend review show, and here we talk all things African football on your favorite African football TV show on YouTube, African Football TV. On this channel, we talk all things African football from the national team side to the club side, players playing abroad and the ones playing locally, and all things African football in general. On today's weekend review show, we'll take a look at the match between Ashanti Kotoko versus Accra Hearts of Oak in the Ghana Premier League, and also we're going to talk about the news which broke about the Nigeria Football Federation President Amaju Pinnick not seeking for re-election, and also we'll take a dive across the top 5 leagues in the world where African players ply their trade and how they did in their various clubs, and who we think are South African Football Player of the Week. So without wasting much of your time, I want to thank you guys for subscribing to the channel, for your like, for your comments, for everything you're doing to make this channel grow. I really appreciate it, and I can't take that for granted. And also for those of you who haven't subscribed, please do subscribe and help this channel to grow. So without wasting much of your time, let's dive into today's discussion proper. We'll take a stop first at the Ghana Premier League, where we saw this weekend the match between Ashanti Kotoko versus Accra Hearts of Oak. That match ended in a 1-0 win for Ashanti Kotoko. The match was played at the Baba Yara Stadium in Kumasi. This match actually strengthened the lead for Ashanti Kotoko at the top of the league currently, where the lead Others club, and as it stands, it feels like it's their title to be loose. And Accra of Oak are currently in 4th position, trying to see if they can qualify for the Confederations Cup or the CAF Champions League. And without wasting much of your time, we want to bring you the news about Nigeria international player Wankoli Kelechi. Wankoli Kelechi actually played for SD Oscar in Spain Division 2 club. Over the weekend, it emerged that his contract was terminated by his club, and the ill-treatment he has been suffering from the hands of his club because he represented Nigeria in the just concluded AFCON tournament, which was held in Cameroon. And I find this so insulting. I find it so appalling that the Football Federation, FIFA, CAF, Nigeria Football Federation are actually keeping silent and keeping mute on this issue, which is not supposed to be so. Even the media, they are not taking this thing so serious, and I'm not really comfortable with that. How can you treat a player like that because he represented his country in in the biggest African tournament? It's so bad. And I would like the Nigeria Football Federation to see to this and see if there's a way to report his club to FIFA, and their club should be sanctioned for the treatment to be tendered to our international player Wankoli Kelechi. And also during this weekend, the Nigeria Football Federation President Amaju Pinnick has decided not to go for re-election in the next election, which will be held sometime in this year. Amaju Pinnick will be stepping down from his position as the president of Nigeria Football Federation. After consultation with his family, he said it's time for him to step down, and I actually think his tenure has been a failure to the Nigeria Football Federation in general. So stepping down and not seeking for re-election is something we all expected and something we wanted in any way. So him not seeking for re-election is a good news for Nigeria football and a good news for African football in general. And without wasting much of your time again, we take a look at the CAF Champions League draw. Yes, the CAF Champions League draw in the CAF Confederation Cup draw was held this weekend, and I'll give you a breakdown on which team will be playing which team and which date. In the first match, you see Ali of Egypt versus Raja Casablanca of Morocco. CRO Beladad versus Wadad of Morocco. Esatif of Algeria versus Esperance Tunis of Tunisia. And the last match is between Petro Atletico of Angola versus Mamelodi Sundowns. These matches will be played on the 16th of April, and the second leg will be played on the 23rd of April. And in the CAF Confederations Cup, we see El Masri versus Bakini, and El Etihad versus Al Tripoli, and the Pyramid versus TP Mozambique, and Simba of Tanzania versus Orlando Pirates of South Africa. The first leg will be played on the 17th of April, while the second leg will take place on the 24th of April. And without wasting much of time, the good news emerged this week that 8 African referees were selected to officiate in this year's World Cup in Qatar. This is actually the first time we've seen 8 numbers of people from Africa, 8 competent referee from Africa will be at this year's World Cup in Qatar. I think the African football is really growing fast and growing well, and having 8 representatives from Africa as a part of the officiating crew is something we should share about and something we should be all be proud about. So the first, I'll give you the breakdown of the referees that he made from the African continent to the showcase in Qatar this year. So we have Victor Gomez. Victor Gomez is a South African referee, one of the most competent referee in African football. This will actually be his first time in World Cup proper. And the second, we have Tessima Belak of Ethiopia. Belmak, Tessima Belmak, who is a very known referee in the African continent, will actually be making his debut at this year's World Cup. And from Morocco, we have Redoni Jihad. Jihad will be refereeing his first time in the World Cup also this year. And from Algeria, we have Mustafa Gulba. Gulba also is a very competent referee, and this will also be his first time in the continental stage. And we have from the Democratic Republic of Congo, Juan Draclic Undera. This is his first time also a referee in the world stage, and I hope these guys are going to do Africa really proud. And from Zambia, we have Gianni Sinkazwa. This is the second time refereeing in the world stage, and it has not been shy of the world stage in general. This is the second World Cup. It was actually part of the African referee who were selected for the 2018 Russia World Cup. And number 7 on the list, we have Papi Bakiri Gassima. Gassima is one of the most experienced African referees and has officiated in various world stage before now. And this is not his first time and not the second time. This is actually his 3rd time at the FIFA World Cup tournament. And the last on the list, we have Magweti Ndeya from Senegal. Ndeya, this is his first time in the world stage. But not his first time. He was part of the African contingent at on the 17th World Cup. I think it was somewhere about 3 years ago, something like that, yeah. So there you have it, the 8 referees that will be officiating at this year's World Cup in Qatar. And we are sharing on our guys, and hopefully you're going to make African pride and see how competent our referees are in the African continent. Without wasting much of your time, we're going to take you to the dive of how African players did in the various clubs in the top 5 leagues in the world. And let's go. Firstly, we stop at the German Bundesliga. Nothing too much to report from the German Bundesliga. We also saw the match between FC Cologne and Mainz, where we saw Riyad Shaqiri of Tunisia, who plays for Cologne, actually scoring in that match. And Cologne won that match by 3 goals to 2. And we move on to the French League One. The French League One, we saw a lot of African players on the show. The first match we'll be reporting is the match between Lorient versus Saint Etienne. That match ended in a 6-2 win for Lorient. Denis Bouanga from Gabon actually scored the first goal in the match for Saint Etienne, but Muffet from Nigeria, who plays for Lorient, actually scoring 2 goals in that match and making 1 assist also. Ibrahim Koni, the Malian international, who plays for Lorient, scored 2 goals in that match, and that match they won by 6 goals to 2. A very comprehensive victory for Lorient. Ghent in that match against Saint-Etienne. The second match was between Clermont versus Paris Saint-Germain. That match ended in a 6-1 thrashing for Clermont, but we saw our African brother from the Benin Republic, Jody Ducey, actually scoring the consolation goal for Clermont. In that match will be reported the match between Bordeaux versus Metz. That match ended in a 3-1 victory for Bordeaux. We saw Didier from Cameroon, who plays for Metz, scoring the consolation goal for Bordeaux, but Mamadou Niang from Senegal actually equalized in that match and saw his team won by 3-1. That match ended 3-1, the victory of Bordeaux against Metz. The last match we will be reporting is the match between Lens versus Nice. That match actually ended in a 3-goal victory for Lens. We saw our African brother from the Mali national team, Cheikh Doucouré, scoring 1 goal and 1 assist in that match, also to give his side a 3-goal win. And the next match is between Strasbourg FC versus Lyon, and we head to a 1-1 draw by Strasbourg. Lyon were actually losing that match if not for Toako Ekembe, the Cameroonian international, who actually stepped up in the 90th minute to equalize for Lyon, to see them take a priceless 1 point from that match, and the match ended 1-1. And the next match is between Marseille versus Montpellier. Marseille won that match by 2-0. Babi Diang from Senegal actually scored in that match, and the match ended in a 2-0 win for Marseille against Montpellier. So there you have it from the French League One. We're moving on to the Italian Serie A. Here we saw Sassuolo versus Atalanta. Sassuolo actually shocked everybody by defeating Atalanta by 2-1. Our own Ahmed Junior Traore from the Ivory Coast scored the 2 goals in that match to give Sassuolo a priceless and a shocking 2-1 victory over Atalanta. The next match was between Napoli and Fiorentina. Fiorentina defeated Napoli in their home stadium by 3-2, but our African brother Victor Osimhen was on the score sheet for Napoli, but was unable to see how they can take a point from that match. They lost that match at home to Fiorentina. Fiorentina, who's trying to qualify for Europe, and Napoli, this match actually dents their aspiration for this year's Scudetto. So now we're moving to La Liga. Nothing much to report from La Liga apart from the match between Levante versus Barcelona. Barcelona won that match by 3-2, and we saw our own Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, the former Arsenal striker, scoring in that match, giving Barcelona a priceless 3-2 win in that match. A very, very tough match. They won that match by 3-2. So Barcelona are trying to see if they can qualify for this year's Champions League, and also they're still fighting for the title. They are just sitting in the 4th spot and see if there's a way they can leap forward Real Madrid and win the title. Now we're moving on to the English Premier League. So the match between Arsenal versus Brighton, where we saw Enoch Wan-Pusa scoring in that goal and giving an assist. Where Arsenal were defeated by Brighton in that match at the Emirates Stadium by 2-2. Match was between Leicester versus Crystal Palace. We saw Ademola Lookman scoring the first goal in the match for Leicester FC, and the game was leading to a 2-goal win for Leicester when Wilfred Zaha scored the penalty. Actually, he missed the first penalty and was retaken, and played the second penalty. The keeper saved it and he scored the rebounds. But the match ended in a 2-1 victory for Leicester. A lot of African players were on show in that match. We saw our own Jordan Ayew in that match. A lot of African players, Kelechi and Asho, also in that match. Leicester won that match by 2-0. One of the biggest matches in the world stage was between Manchester City versus Liverpool, where we saw a lot of African players on show. Sadio Mane, Mohamed Salah, Riyad Mahrez. A lot of African players were on showcase to show their talent to the world stage, and the match ended in a 2-2 draw between Manchester City versus Liverpool. It was not, if not for the brilliance of Mohamed Salah and Sadio Mane, Liverpool would have lost that match, but they combined together to score the second goal in the match to see them take a priceless 1 point back to the Anfield, where They currently sit second in the log table, 1 point behind Manchester City with 8 matches remaining to go. And there you have it about the African roundup and African players at the did in the various leagues across the world stage and across Africa and across the continent of Africa also. And this week our player of the week is no other person than Muffet, who plays in the French League One. Muffet scored 2 goals and assisted also this week. So Muffet is our African player of the week. Muffet of Lorient. They won their match by 6 goals to 2. There you have it, guys. That's all we have for you today, and I hope you've liked this. You enjoyed today's show. If you enjoyed today's show, please click on the like and leave your comment. If there's anything you want to say, any comments you want to have, any suggestion you want to bring, please leave it in the comment below. We're there to answer to your comment. And for those of you who have not subscribed, please do subscribe, like our videos, share our content, and also invite people to come to our channel. And I see you next time. I say God bless you. And before I go, I say thank you to Grand Star Hotel, who has given us this beautiful place where this video is coming from right now. Thank you, Grand Star Hotel. Grand Star Hotel is located at Shoma Estate, beside Shoma Estate by Bushway. Yeah, Shoma Estate. So if you're in Accra, you need a place to rest, you need a place to sleep, a place to hold your event. Check out Grand Star Hotel. Check it on Google. You can say Grand Star Hotel Accra. There you have it, guys. That's all we have for today. So till I come your way next time, I'll say thank you very much and God bless you. Bye-bye.